Alrighty, little after work practice session. I thought I was filming. I hit 2 shots and they were beautiful. They were right on top of one another. Look close. You can see that's not one shot. That is multiple shots. Those are the first 2 swings of the day. So I might have just jinxed myself because the camera was not recording. I made sure to delete some stuff, so I should have at least 45 minutes of free storage space here. I don't know if I'll use that much though, because sometimes I like to make some shorter videos. All right, still working on my new feels. Felt good. Slightly off those first ones, not bad at all though. If anything, so these new feels have had me wanting to do 2 things: heel the ball and hit it fat. So I've almost been just kind of counteracting that a little bit with my hands, just trying not to heel it or hit it fat by, making sure I'm taking divot after the ball, essentially. Feeling like the club's a little kind of almost closer to my legs rather than out through impact, just to counteract what these new feels are doing. But so far they're feeling pretty good. See, I think that one was heeled. Yeah, that was way off the heel. That was bad. That was real bad. Damn. That's right. It was like the 5th swing of the day or something. 4th swing. That one was right out the middle. I felt my tempo get a little quick on that one though. I'm trying to slow the tempo down. That's one of the things I've been working on, is slowing down my tempo. And hitting flushers like that. If anything, both of those were still a little bit favoring the heel. Ooh, I like this golf ball though. This ball feels so soft. It's top flight. Now that usually doesn't go together, soft and top flight. Oh, but I totally thin heeled that. But seriously, here's the top flight. Range ball. Top flight. Range ball. Hear the difference? It's this hammer distance also. It's crazy how soft it is. But you can see how I kind of thin heeled it. Those are the other ones. Even a little heel side, I think. But that one was kind of right there. That was bad. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. When you're working on feels, A, you have to exaggerate a lot just to get a little bit of a change. And B, don't give up just because at first, it feels real awkward and your ball striking might go to shit temporarily. But you kind of just need to ingrain those new feels. Make sure you're doing them right. Use a mirror, use your cell phone to record yourself. That's a big reason I make these videos. That was flush. Even a hair favoring the toe side. I was making sure I didn't heel that one. Oh, and there's the fat shot. Hey, hey, hey. There. Didn't like that. Took a divot way too far after the ball. There it is. Might be getting a little steep with this new feel. You can see there was that one that was maybe here. That's honestly the one that I said was a little toe side. That's usually more my strike is a little favoring the toe. These have been a lot more heel side of strikes for me. can see the furthest heel and the furthest toe was like basically the width of 2 fingers there. But that's kind of what I was saying. Both of those shots, as long as the the divot was good, it wasn't fat. As long as you hit it good that way, you can be a little toe, a little heely with blades, and really it's not gonna affect the distance at all. Felt good. Let me move up to a little bit longer iron just so I can really get stretched out. Those are all my first swings of the day. Really just working on some last minute things before the courses are open and it's spring. Because during the actual season, I don't like to tinker all that much. But during the winter, if I'm going to try to make any swing changes, is really when I do them. During the season, I'm focused more on just maintaining good ball flights, good ball striking. With these, I'm not really focused on ball striking at all. That felt real good, that one. Dead center flush. Really didn't leave much of a ball mark. It's hard to see. It was kind to see it. The camera's right there. Dead flush. This is a 7-iron, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Some of my feels. I'm not focused on all of my new feels right now. Mostly just focused on a little bit of tempo. I'm trying to kind of feel like from the top, as I'm kind of getting up, as the club's getting to the top, I talk about this a lot. It's not everything back and then everything through. It's all the weight that's going to be going back into your inside heel is there, by the time the club is here. And then as you're getting to the top, before the club's at the top, you're already starting to fall into that front foot. Yada, yada. I've been over that a bunch. But the feel is this grip right here. If it were to represent kind of my hip line, I'm trying to feel that I keep it a little bit more facing down rather than letting it come up. Kind of feeling like it's down right there rather than up right there. It's definitely making my attack angle a little steeper. I might need to do something about just probably with a little bit of hand manipulation as far as just kind of feeling like I'm swinging more up on it, but with that hip move. But so far it feels all right. Oof. That was launched. I didn't swing that hard at it. It just felt like a bullet. Just kind of a little 3/4 sawed-off finish bullet. That's what that feel kind of makes me want to do. Very Tommy Fleetwood-like, almost like little punchy feel. They're all feeling pretty good though. Like I said, I'm not really focused on ball striking right now. Of course, if I'm, they were all right on top of each other. Of course, if I'm hitting it fat or sculling it or hitting it dramatically on the heel or toe consistently, I'm going to try to adjust those within my swing feels. But it's not my main focus. When I'm on the course, I'd say I'm a lot more focused on ball striking rather than what my body's doing. And then when I'm on the range or indoors practicing, it's the exact opposite. I'm more focused on what my body's doing over the ball striking. I didn't like that one. Might have flared it out a little right. I don't think it would have come up like super short. But it was just a little thin, you can see. The good ones were a little higher on the face. That one was just kind of a little bottom grooved. Groove or too low. I'm hungry. I'm going to exaggerate some of those feels with this one. Felt like a good strike. Felt a little awkward because I was exaggerating a couple feels. But yeah, that's kind of my feel right now, is getting that down and cleared with my hips. But then my other feel, which I'm not really working on right now, besides the tempo part, is a little slower tempo and a little more hand depth, meaning behind me. I tend to get a little steep. You know, I tend to get kind of up here with it. I'm trying to get more here with it. So a lot of times I've been feeling like I'm trying to swing a little flatter, essentially. Try to mess with that feel a little now. Kind of blend the feels together. That felt good. That felt like I was a little flatter, a little more hand depth, and it felt like I kept my, you know, right as I was making that pressure shift, again, you know, keeping this kind of more down is the feeling. Would have worked just fine. It was just picked a little clean. It wasn't thin, it was just picked clean. There's a difference. You can see it's a little bottomed here. They were basically all right on top of each other. It's just some of them were, one was actually thin, that one was picked clean, but still a little higher on the face. They're basically right over my wear patterns. Mid-season, that's essentially where I hit it most times. Lately, my ball striking's been a little sloppy, working on my actual swing dynamics so much. Thinned it again. This one won't be thin. No, that was absolutely hammered. That was the epitome of compression. Might have been a little bit of heel side. I kind of forgot my not heeling it feel. Not really. I mean, just, you can see it was just like a little tiny bit pushing the heel, more so than the other ones. I'm just gonna wipe these off. All right. Feels. See, I really tried to exaggerate and caught it a little chunky. That was good. Hope I'm excited to look back at these. Hopefully my reels are somewhere near my feels. That was flushed. That was healed. Wow, that was damn close to a shank healed. That was bad. Like I've been saying though, this didn't fall off, right? Like I've been saying, these new feels, I've been having to fight the heel shots a little with them. And what it is the more I get cleared this way, kind of down and cleared, I feel like it throws the club out, which is either going to make me heel it or hit the ball fat. So my feel has been to hold off my release and almost feel like my hands are a little bit kind of closer. So kind of don't release the club and keep my hands here. You know, don't let the club kind of release out towards the ball, because that'll either be fat if it's more this way, or heeled. You can see if the club's going further from you. So if you're working on early extension, you know, you really gotta, it's not just your hips. You gotta work on holding off that release and, you know, getting that front hip feeling like it's kind of pointing down and around. That might have been bad right there. To maintain your spine angle. Felt like I early extended a little on that, but that's my swing. I absolutely flushed it. But what I've noticed is if I try to early extend, like just for fun, I'll toe the crap out of it. If I really try to get super cleared, so if I try to get super open at impact, I heel the crap out of it. They say it's supposed to be backwards, but I kind of look at it like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So by thrusting my hips at the ball, it kind of like brings the club in and the handle up. Versus if I'm getting super cleared, it kind of wants to throw the club further away from me. You know, they say the more you get cleared this way, the more you'll toe it. The more you early extend, since you're moving forward, your club moves forward too. But I feel like you're always finding balance. You know, so if I'm going back, you know, I'm kind of balancing. If I go back, my hands go forward. If I go forward, my hands go back to find balance. So I don't really buy the whole early extension cause heel shots. I mean, I guess it could for some, but I think early extension causes toe shots, if anything. For me, at least, it does.